First day of March, first Saturday of March. Beautiful Saturday evening. Hope everybody's enjoying their evening. Hope everybody enjoyed their day as well. Everybody's well. I'm not going to keep y'all long. Coming back with another live stream on the balcony once again. I had a very challenging week with tax season going on, a lot of clients, and a lot of self-reflecting at 51 years old. Where do you want to go at 51 years old in this life? Well, I always say that the sky is always the limit. But before I go into my dialogue, I just want to show you my cigar that I'm having, premium cigar on the balcony. That's just how a man's supposed to live. Like I was saying before, where does a man go at 51 years old? I'm looking back at one of my favorite actors, George Burns, stand-up comedian, doing vaudeville from back in the last century. Vaudeville is back in the early 1900s, late 1800s, early 1900s, where they would just put on a variety show where you just have to go to a local theater, a variety show, acts. Could be singing, dancing, weird acts, stand-up comedy, whatever. And they would perform for over 2 hours, and you would just pay a nickel or a dime to get in. And that was the people's entertainment back then. But he was known as George Burns when I was growing up. He was known to smoke cigars. So all I remember him is in his later life, when he was in his late 70s, early 80s, right? Well, actually, early 80s, late pushing 90. There was talk that when I was growing up, he was push 100. And he was going to work until he was 100, but he was a workaholic. And I saw him in his later in life, enjoying life, enjoying the beautiful. Saw him in the commercial as an old man, enjoying his cigars and beautiful women surrounding him. And I said to myself, man, Danny, that's talking crazy. That's the life I want. But I haven't gotten it yet at 51 years old. The feeling is going to turn around soon. But like I said, fellas, at your age, at my age, at anybody's age, my first mistake, I can honestly tell you, I did not plan out my life correctly. And when I did have a plan, it failed. And when it failed, I took it hard instead of coming up with plan B, or plan C, or plan D, or plan F. So you always got to have a plan for your life. All right? You always got to have a plan. As a man, you always have to plan for everything. Even emergencies, you have to have a plan for it. Okay? That's why you got to sit down and really think about it. Sit in the corner somewhere. No cell phones, no TVs, no telephone. Just you and a notebook. Just writing out who I am. Who are you in this world? Where am I going? What are my plans? What do I want to do in this life? What are my goals? And I got that And I got that advice from a radio talk show host. And he would always have shows about this, about encouraging to have a plan for themselves. Get your money together, to learn how to date hoes, pay attention to what's going on in politics, pay attention in society. Be prepared for the changes in society. Be prepared for the changes in the economy. Go out there and get the work. Bust your ass. And this was back in the 80s and the 90s when I started listening to Tom Leykis. I didn't really take him too seriously because one of the things, he was on a show. He was on a radio show. This was way before YouTube. There's a thing called radio, talk radio. Right? See, when he had talk, he was actually giving us red pill before there was red pill. Now, unfortunately, he retired last year. He retired from radio. But I would listen to him from time to time, and I would take his advice, and his advice was gold, spot on. But I wasn't consistent. I wasn't consistently on my grind, all right? I'm on my grind now, okay? And to be honest with you, you're always going to be on your grind when you're older. There's no such thing as slowing down. I don't believe in my life right now, moving forward, I'm never going to slow down. I don't want to slow down. I want to keep going. I want to keep pounding it. And this is why I'm doing these podcasts. This is why I do these live streams for you guys, right? Because I want to give you the perspective from a nobody in the YouTube world. I'm not doing this for clout. I'm not doing this for YouTube fame. I'm not doing this for any of that bullshit that these content creators are doing, right? Some of them want money from you. They want money. They want you to buy shit. Of course, they want you to buy bullshit. But when you come on the Talking Crazy 88 podcast and live stream, you're not going to get bullshit. Okay? I'm going to give you what I think about this life from my perspective. Only. Right? Yeah, I'm going to be talking about whores, bitches, and hoes. Because let me be honest with you, I'm not married. I don't know if I'm going to be married with all these to an American bitch. I don't know. I don't want to. Who knows? Maybe I will pop up on a live stream on my balcony with a bitch next to me. Who knows? Okay? Okay? Life is always going to be unpredictable. You're going to have peaks and valleys. Even at my age, I don't know what's going to happen the next day when I wake up in the morning. I don't know. Like this conversation right now, like I'm having with you fellas. This is coming off the top of my dome. Because I've had something pre-planned that I want to talk to you about. Which is particularly, in my opinion, is old news. But I was also going to talk about the black man and his immaturity. Alright, because I see a lot of these black males out here who's doing content on YouTube. Immature people. Immature. 25, when you're in your 20s to 25 years old, you should not be running around doing prank videos. You should not be fucking with the police. You should not be walking into government agencies fucking with them. There's a long-term effect on it. There's a far-reaching long-term effect that will occur. You don't know what's going to happen in 20 years. You don't know what's going to happen in 30 years when those videos surface. And you're a changed person. Those videos come out, you're going to be embarrassed about it. You will. Because everybody saw you as a fuck up when you was in your 20s. You didn't fuck up for the right reasons. You fucked up for the wrong reasons. I know I was there. I fucked up. Every job that I had when I was in my 20s, after I graduated from college, 20s and 30s, I fucked it up. I fucked up the bag. I did. Because I didn't like the boss. I didn't like my coworkers. I didn't like coming in at a certain time. I didn't like people talking to me crazy. See, when you're on a job, fellas, you're on a job or you're doing work, I don't care if you're pushing shopping carts at the local Walmart or Target. You want to make sure that you are a valued employee. Let me explain what I mean. A valuable employee, valuable employee. You have to find a way to either make the company money or not cost the company money. You got to give them a reason for them to keep you around. So if you're on the job and you're on your phone watching YouTube videos all day long while on the job, the floor manager will look at you and report to his manager and to his manager and to his upper manager. So when layoffs comes around, you're the first one out the door because you don't have any value. They don't see you as being valuable. Believe me, I've been laid off before. It's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling, but that's reality. And the reality is, people sit there and get a check, and it's costing your employer money. That's what Donald Trump is seeing with these probational hires in the federal level. He sees them as having no value without even doing a proper evaluation. He just said, oh, they're on probation? Oh, we can get rid of them. We can get rid of them for any reason because he knows once they pass probation, they can't get rid of you. They can't get rid of you. Federal workers have been retired for almost 30 years, fucking up on the job. Okay? Or they have a job that's not even supposed to be created. Whether you like Donald Trump or not, this man has a business mindset. All these billionaires, they have a business mindset. They figured out what would be valuable to my company, to my organization. Who is valuable in my organization? You're not valuable if you're not producing more than your goal, what your manager said goals are set out for you. You're not valuable. You're costing the money. You're getting a paycheck for pretty much doing nothing. That's how they see you. Now, I understand some of these federal workers have been fired for no reason, and they had good evaluation, but that's not really the point. The point is, they don't want new hires in this administration. So if you're looking for a federal job, forget that, Jack. You can forget about that. Your dreams of getting a federal job so you can do nothing for the rest of your career, you can forget that. Now, some might argue with me and say, hey, there are federal employers that do a good job. I'm sure they do. But when you read that book by Jack Welch, who was the first CEO of GM. There's a 10, 70, 20 rule. So it's going to be dead weight. 70% is going to be medium. That's just how it is, people. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. That's just how it is in life. If you're mediocre, you have to determine what's your value. What's your value? What makes you valuable? I'll tell you what makes me valuable. And it's not has anything to do with friends. I can produce. I know my work. I know my stuff. I care about my job. I care what I do. I want to make my manager's money. I want to make money for myself. So how are you going to walk into a negotiation with your manager, your supervisor, even the owner, and you have to figure out how to justify you being there in order not just getting more money. You have to justify why you exist at that company before they can even think about giving you a raise. You can let them know that since I've been on the job, my production rate has gone up. I'm certain that your sales have gone up. That means you're bringing more money in. I'm helping you bring money into this company. That's how people get promoted. Now you may say there's a little bit of politics. Yeah, of course. But what makes you valuable? What makes you valuable on the job? What makes you valuable to an organization? And then you can turn around and God forbid, you can turn around and be towards bitches. What makes you valuable to a bitch? Okay? What makes you valuable? What kind of game do you have? What kind of plan do you have for your future at this company? Have you sat down? Do you really care about this job? Because I know half of you who've gone on a job don't really give a fuck because you have the loser mentality. I know I've had the loser mentality. I want to win. Even when I feel like, oh, I'm losing, I still want to get up and win. Those of you who are Black Americans, FBA, whether our history has been sorted, fucked up, you're in a better position to win than some immigrant that got off the boat. But you're too goddamn immature to realize it. Okay? I want to blame it on racism, white supremacy. It does exist. Don't get me wrong, it does exist. Trust me when I say that it does exist. But if you bring value, they can't touch you. If they get rid of you, some other company is going to find value in you. There's a plethora of opportunities out there that's untapped. Even I didn't even as sitting here on this balcony enjoying my cigar, I still did not reach my full potential. I can honestly tell you that. At 51 years old, I haven't really lived up to my potentials as of yet. But I'm getting there. You have to have that fight, and you have to have that win in life. I have a whole book library books that I started collecting as soon as the decade began, since 2020's began. I said to myself at 2020, January 1st, 2020, I said, look, this is time for me to win at life. I'm going to learn how to win at life, even if it's going to kill me. Fuck all these hoes. Fuck all these crying about hoes. Because I had it all planned out. But here's what I was talking about. I'm talking about losers. Like Steve Smith Sr. A winner on the field of football, but a loser in life. Why is he a loser in life? Because his reputation has been searched him, because he put his sexual business out there for the public to see, for public consumption. There's a grown man out there doing videos of calling Steve Smith Sr. possibly the greatest wide receiver in my time. You know, he was playing for the Carolina Panthers, but that's another story. A winner on the field. Well, a winner. You can't touch this motherfucker. Okay? But a loser in life. Because he let sex overrule his reputation. Sleeping with another man's wife while he's married. This man is a pastor. No wonder people don't really take religion seriously, like Christianity, Catholicism, Muslim, Islam. How can you take it seriously? I can't take anybody that's in the pulpit really seriously. I can't, because look. There's no standards. Remember I told you, black men, you gotta set standards for yourself. Okay? You can't be a 45-year-old man running around bragging about bagging women. You should be beyond that. That should be done when you're a teenager, moving into your 20s. In your 40s, you're supposed to take things a lot more serious, because when you're approaching your 40s/50s, a whole lot of shit could happen to you. Okay, I ran into a friend of mine, a client of mine today in the office, and she's having some health issues. And I didn't want to go into it with her. And I'm certain she didn't want to tell me, because that's none of my business. That's not my business. I'm not a doctor. How can I help her? But those are the things that will creep up on you when you're a man or a woman at a certain age, and especially if you don't have a plan for yourself. I know I got to get my shit together. I got to get my life insurance together. I got to get my burial shit together, because it's coming. It's coming. It may not come now, and it's not going to come tomorrow, but it's coming. Get your shit together, black men. Stop thinking with, because that's what the other races of women see you as a tool, a sexual tool. Even black women see you as a sexual tool. That's why you have all these goddamn babies all over the goddamn place. As soon as you have children out of wedlock, as soon as you have 4 or 5 baby mamas, you might as well just say fuck it. until those children turn 18. You gotta win in life, people. You gotta learn to win. That's why I'm proud of my cousin. He was a baby daddy. But I was so proud of him that he got married to the love of his life. Moved in with his kids. Became a father to his children. Proud of him. That's a man right there. That's a man that has a family of his own. Well, listen, my cigar is almost finished. Let me go ahead and get the fuck up out of here. This is Talking Crazy 88. Signing out. And I am out of here. And black men, let's be careful out there and let's get our shit together, people. Talk to you soon.